Hey everyone, this is Mr. Marr. Just wanted to give you a couple updates so we're all on the same page. So first, I'm going to be giving an extension on the quizzes to May 18th. After May 18th, I'm going to post the next assignments, but I just want to give everyone a chance to complete that or retake the quiz. I am allowing retakes for those first two quizzes just since we're all kind of figuring this out, and I really just want to make sure you get the information. That's what I want the most, is I just want you to learn it. So if it takes a second try on the quiz to get it, take a second try on the quiz. Ask a question. I have an open Google Meet every day from 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning. So please just stop in and ask a question. You can send me an email. You can put a private comment on a Google Classroom assignment. If you ask me a question, I'll answer it. Yeah, I'm here to help. So please let me know if you have questions. Um, so moving on past that, there are a couple questions that I've been seeing come up that students have been having issues with. So for the oscillators and frequency quiz, a lot of those answers are actually in the video. Like the answer for what is frequency, it's actually in the video. You can even scroll through the video and look for where you see the word frequency come up, because it's written out in big letters, and then it says equals, and then it gives you the answer. So it's just straightforward, like that. So make sure you're watching the videos. You're not going to be able to get these answers by Googling, because it's going to give you an answer that doesn't fit with how we're using the word. Some words just have different meanings, so you have to make sure you're using the right one. Frequency could mean a lot of things, but in this case, frequency means one thing, and that's what I'm looking for. Also, with the picture of the waveforms, I know that some of you have had some issues uploading the file. You can email it to me. You can take a picture with your phone. You can draw it out, hand draw it. I've had some students do that. Just take a picture, email it to me. You can create it on the computer using whatever, Microsoft Paint or Google Draw or whatever, and email it to me. But don't not do it, because it's like a quarter of the quiz. So you lose like a quarter of your grade if you don't do it. But definitely email me if you're having trouble. If there's like absolutely no way you can get it to me, that's one thing. But you gotta at least try. All right. So that was the oscillators. And for the filters, I think this one was a little bit more confusing. I did have several students who got 100% on it, though, who gave some really, really good answers. I think so. For the ranking the waveforms as far as the harmonics, that answer is actually in the video written out, and you can see each waveform with like most harmonics, least harmonics, and so forth. And if you really watch and pay attention to the video, you can see the visual example, because I show you what the filter looks like, and the more red that's in the top, the more harmonics it has. So you definitely want to check for that, because that you can get that. All of you can get that as long as you're watching. Also, so for the band pass, high pass, and band pass filters, that section is a little bit more complicated, but I do go over how each one works. So if you just listen, listen to the section, look for where it says low pass filter on the video, and just listen through, and just try to understand, like, what is it filtering out, what is it letting through. Maybe even take a note. So you just write it out on a piece of paper, like low pass filter. This one does XYZ, so forth. So emphasis is probably the most complicated question that I have. I've had, I think, 2 or 3 really, really good answers. And a lot of you are very confused about it, because it is a little bit confusing. So I wanted to give some clarity. So the emphasis, again, emphasis has lots of meanings. If you Google the word emphasis, you're going to give me an answer that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Emphasis, as we're looking at it, we're really just looking at how emphasis works with a band pass filter. So you can describe this in a couple different ways, because you're going to see the the word emphasis is written there, and there's another word that actually means the same thing in sound design. So if you use that word, I can tell that you watch the video, that you have some understanding. So if you say it's that word, I'll give you some credit for that. But what I really want to hear is, what is it doing to the sound? Okay, so like, what is it actually? So you have the oscillated sound, right? And then it gets shaped by a filter. So I shape it with a bandpass filter, which I explained in that video, and then I add emphasis. So what is that doing? Like, you can even describe it in, like, it sounds like whatever it sounds like to you. It sounds like a something. It sounds like, if you say it sounds like a dog barking, I'm going to tell that you didn't pay attention. But if you just listen to that sound and try to describe it as best as you can, that's going to help. That's going to show me that you understand a little bit of how resonance works. The best answers that I've seen talk about how emphasis works in like with the filter, because that is really an important point. You can't really have emphasis if you don't have a filter. So that is all I got. Again, May 18th is the new deadline. I'm going to post new videos then. Please ask me questions. I will answer them. Don't just let yourself get wrong answers. Some of this stuff is a little bit confusing, but if you can ask some questions, I can make it a lot less confusing. So I think that's all I got right now. I think you get my point about watching the videos and asking me questions. That's the key here. All right. I am really impressed by some of your answers, though, that I've seen, and the waveform drawings that I've gotten have been fantastic. So really, really good job to those of you who've really been working hard with this. So, all right. See you guys later. I hope you're all happy and safe, and you are doing things that make you happy, like spending time with family, or I don't know, whatever you guys do for fun. So, yeah, have a good time. See you later.